I'm Tracey Lightfoot and I'm from Branson, Missouri. My type of cancer was endometrial adenocarcinoma, stage 1. It all started actually probably about 8 years ago. I started having some issues with hormones, and my practitioner at the time wanted to prescribe me just Prozac, and said I was too young to be having hormone issues and refused to test my blood. But I felt like I was having a nervous breakdown and I was going crazy. So I took it upon myself to actually seek care because I knew something deep down inside me was not right. It just wasn't right. And so I actually ended up finding a counselor and talking with her, and she reassured me that I wasn't crazy, that I probably should go see somebody, and she recommended a holistic physician that was a GYN specialized in hormones. And we had dabbled, with the naturopathic. I was always one to try to take natural medications and remedies prior to, going synthetic medications and stuff like that. And sure enough, the physician went and did a whole gamut of tests on me and found that my hormones were all over the place. And that was my first, step in direction of trying to balance my system. At that time, I found out that my uterus and one of my ovaries were extremely large, and I had a lot of thickening in my uterus as well. It took about a year, but I finally went in and had a hysterectomy. A lot of it was all due to hormone imbalance. I had endometriosis and PCOS, and so they removed my left ovary, my cervix, and my uterus. Left my right ovary because that was healthy. Fast forward to this year, which since my surgery has been 3 years. And so I wasn't feeling very well. I was feeling very toxic come about January this year, and I kept getting sick. And I couldn't figure out why, because we were eating so healthy. We were on a plant-based diet, and I just was like, why do I keep getting sick? Come March, a few months later, it was just getting worse and worse. I just felt inside something wasn't right. So I called my doctor and asked if I could have some more hormone tests ran, because I figured my hormones were probably off balance. She did, and we found out that my testosterone level was 3 to 4 times higher than a man. And so since I still had my right ovary, she called an ultrasound in, and that's where we found that I had a tumor. And I had a CAT scan right after that to confirm the findings of the ultrasound. I went in to see gynecology, and they referred me over immediately to oncology. Went to see the oncologist after some more tests were ran, and I went to see her on a Tuesday, and they had me in the surgery room on Friday. And the surgery was, a success. But I did find out that I did have endometrioid adenocarcinoma. And the great thing that I feel so blessed that we did catch it at the beginning stages. When I came to Brio, I was at a stage 1. And so I'm thankful I listened to my body and the people around me. But that's pretty much how I got here. And I was, the one thing that I said to myself is that I'm not going to die. I'm going to beat this, and I'm going to make sure. So even when I knew I was going to have, surgery, I was starting to research options after surgery. So I was looking at Gerson in Mexico. was looking at a few other clinics, and then Brio came up on my search through the internet, and I call it that it was a divine intervention from God, because I had been praying. It was a little scary for me to go out of the country. My husband did not want that to happen, but he knew that he would go wherever we needed to go to make sure that I was well and that I could start my healing journey. And Brio came up on our marks through our internet searches, and I started researching everything, and Brio had everything plus more that Mexico had to offer at the clinic we were going to go to. We were in the States, but not only that, there were a team of physicians, a team of nurses, people who were just surrounding you from the phone call and consultation that I had, who actually, I just felt really genuinely cared about me and my well-being as a person, that it wasn't just everybody coming to us has cancer, it's the same thing, and that's how we're going to treat it. The one thing that really got me is that there's aftercare as well. So I don't go home back to my daily routine and have nobody to contact if I have questions, because there's going to be questions. And every single person here has given me their information to contact them back. And if I have any questions, they've encouraged me, and I already have my follow-up appointments set. And I feel like they've set me up on a road to success. So when I came in, my cancer markers for my CA-125 was over 178. It's now 13. So I am well within my normal limits. Normal is anything 30 and below. So I'm ecstatic with that. My final consultation with Dr. Goodyear, he said I did extremely well through all of the treatments, and with all of the protocols. My blood work looks great. I have, like I said, a few things that I need to do when I get home, and that's just continuing working on staying on the right path with my eating program to continue to keep my inflammation markers down, my blood sugar under control, which also helps change my environment that the cells are living in and regenerating in. Because if your cells are in a toxic environment, that's when cancer happens. So we have my body healed and healing even more, so that cancer cannot survive in my body. So that's what we're working on. The treatments here at Brio-Medical that I really enjoyed and I felt that really made me feel better was hypothermia. At first I was nervous with the hypothermia treatment, but the benefits from the hypothermia treatment is phenomenal, especially within cancer patients. And it just made me feel rejuvenated within a couple of days. And each week that I did the hypothermia, I felt stronger and stronger, and I felt that I was getting better. The others, the high dose vitamin C, definitely those two in combination, I think are the best treatments that are here. I really enjoyed every treatment I did, though. The Prism was by far my favorite and most relaxing. Scottsdale, Arizona is great. There's actually a lot of things to do. The summer is hot. It is very hot, but overall, it's a great place to come and visit. To have family come and stay as well, because there are things for them to do, and there's also a lot of things to do while you're going through your healing process. And the people in the area have all been great and hospitable as well. My final thoughts about Brio-Medical. They're beyond standard of care is how I can explain it. Everybody is just so loving and caring. From the time that we showed up, there was a smile on everybody's face when they greeted us, and they really did care about me as an individual. I was not coming in as a number, or the type of cancer I had and there was just a standard protocol. My treatment was tailored to me and my body and the way I react to things, because cancer does not discriminate, but we are all different genetically. So Dr. Goodyear and the team here at Brio-Medical really come together and well-roundedly and create the perfect plan for my wellness and for my health benefits. I would like to say that I'm so elated that I chose Brio-Medical. In your research, ask questions, and a lot of questions, and look at the treatments that the other clinics are offering versus what Brio-Medical offers. One thing that if I could, recommend is, come to Brio. Brio is amazing. I've watched so many people walk out of here healed and renewed, and I don't think there's a better place for anybody.